All right. Well, it's Alder here from Alder Outdoors, and I want to talk today about trekking poles. So this is the Cascade Mountain Tech trekking pole, and you can pay a couple $100 for a pair of trekking poles. These guys are under 50 bucks. In Amazon, they're around $47 with a cork handle and around $42 with this, whatever this material is, this composite material handle. Here's the cork one. And I have been using these poles for about 3,000 miles now. And I think I'm in a pretty good position to give a review of how they work. I first heard about these trekking poles from Darwin, actually, in one of his budget gear YouTube videos. And I ordered a pair. I thought I was getting the cork handles, but I did get these composite ones. And I probably carried these for about 600 miles up in the mountains here in Vermont. And they work flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly, not a problem. They have a nice little lever for adjustment. I think in the past 3 years, maybe once or twice, they've shortened up a little bit because this little knob here got loose. So all you have to do really is open it up, tighten the knob, and re-snap it. And then it's good for like another 500 miles or whatever. They're carbon fiber, so they're quite light. The composite handle one comes in at 8.2 ounces with the little mud cup on it. And the cork one, oddly enough, is heavier. The cork is actually heavier. With the cork, it's 8.45 ounces. Now this one has a snow cup on it because right now it's the middle of winter in Vermont. We got a lot of snow in our mountains. Now these both come with the poles. So when you buy a set of these poles for under $50, you get a bag, that they fit in. You get a snow cup, you get a mud cup, you get 2 different kinds of rubber things for the end, and I think something else. So you get a lot of stuff for your under $50. Last year when I did the Cross Vermont Climate Justice Walk, it was a 5-day walk across the state, I used the rubber caps on this, and they worked really well on the asphalt. So, as I said, they really function well. I've never had any problems with them. In the summer, I like to take the strap off. I find the strap kind of just a pain in the butt. And if I'm just using my hands, then I remove the strap. And this is the first of the 2 pairs of cork trekking poles I've ordered. This was a nice pair, and I was up on the Skyline Trail in the Worcester Range hiking along, and the end of my other pole went into a crevasse. I stumbled, tripped, and actually fell on the pole itself, snapping it in half. So you have to do something pretty drastic to break these guys, and that was pretty drastic. So I only have one left, but sometimes one pole is a good thing to have as well. The only slight problem I've ever had with these guys is every once in a while you have to check to make sure that your cup is still screwed on tightly. They can get a little loose after, several hundred miles of trekking along. I was on the long trail last summer, and my mud cup must have gotten a little bit loose. I was on a puncheon bridge, trekking along, and this fell deep into the mud. When I pulled it out, the little mud cup was gone. Actually, I hiked on to the next shelter for lunch. I stopped for a lunch break, set out my stuff, and I looked around, and there on a bunk, one of these wooden bunks, in the middle of the bunk was a mud cup, and it fit exactly on my trekking pole. It was like the best example of trail magic I've ever had. I just lost it And then there was one just sitting there, which I screwed on and went on my merry way. So again, rather than spending big bucks for a trekking pole, these are light. As I said, just a little bit over 8 ounces, and that's a piece, by the way. So it's a little over 16 for both. And you cannot beat the price, and I've been hiking with these for thousands of miles with no problems whatsoever. So they get my highest recommendation. It's a good way to save money on a piece of gear. Save it for something else. Some things that doesn't work to economize, a nice tent or shelter, for instance. And enjoy your hiking, enjoy your trekking. Thanks for listening, and if this was useful to you at all, please leave a comment down below in the comments section.